Okay, now we're in the tech ed shop area, so which is the door, next to the 3D lab. And this is one of their welding stations. I should say welding's over there. They do some stuff over here with the oxygen and acetylene torch. And this is where we end up casting our stuff. So we have this cart that I move around, and inside of it is our centrifugal casting machine that I'll show you here in a second. I have, over on this area, I have the amount of metal that I need for the projects themselves. I have some borax that I add into the metal when it's nice and hot. It's a way to kind of keep it clean. I have tongs here that I use to be able to pull out the hot flasks that have your mold in it that we're going to be shooting in. Do need to wear gloves, when I do this, and I do wear a headgear thing because I need to be able to look inside of it and see if the metal's hot enough, and it's just way too bright. So there's like a welding mask that we end up wearing as well. So first off, let me have you come over here so you can kind of see this centrifugal casting machine. Okay, this is the machine that we use. They call it a centrifugal casting machine because there's a spring inside of here, and when you wind it up enough, it uses centrifugal force to push all the metal into the mold. This right here is called a crucible. This is where I put your metal in and the borax. This little open space is where we're going to be putting our flask. And then when this gets hot enough, because there is a hole inside of there, you can probably see a little better this way. There it is. You can kind of see the hole right there. That's where you end up, all your metal ends up shooting through that little hole and into that area. So once it's all set, I wind this up about 3 times and over that pin. So it was like 1, 2, and then 3. This pin goes up so I can heat all the metal up here, and then I'll pull this back. That pin drops, and then this will spin around really, really fast. So I'll see if I can demonstrate that once with you so you can kind of get an idea, on how it actually works. So this is all set. I'm gonna get the crucible out. I'm gonna set it inside of here, and we will cast a ring. Okay, again, this is our small kiln that we use. I'm gonna get one of the flasks out of here. I know this is mine. I can read because I scratched the name of the person. It says brass and it says 2.4. Oops, sorry about that. So I know this is mine because it says butcher. It says brass, says 2.4 on that. So I'm going to put it into the machine here. Okay, now that I have it, I'm going to set it inside here. I do like to kind of look real quick. You can see that it's nice and clean in there. There's no longer any just wax sitting in. Set that in, and then I can push that crucible right inside of there. At this point, I would wind it up. 1, 2, and then 3. Pull that pin up. Now right now, this flask has been cooking since noon. It is now 6 o'clock. Oh no, it's about 5 o'clock right now. So it goes for about 5 or 6 hours. I'm gonna grab my metal. This one is gonna be brass. So I throw the metal inside of here. And then I like to take some of that borax, which helps keep the metal clean. I'll throw in a little bit later again, just a pinch. And then I also have some metals over here, like this is some more brass. Sometimes I like to just throw a little bit of extra metal in for good luck, because I'd rather have a little too much than too little, so I always just throw a little bit in. I'm gonna get our oxygen acetylene torch all set and ready to go. Okay, so this is my torch. I wanna get a cone shape on there, because the tip of that area right there is the hottest. And then I'm going to start heating the metal up. I have my mask on. I'm dropping my shield down. I'm going to put a little more borax in. Which pushes like the impurities off of it. Okay, now it's really, I know you can't see it on there, but it's like a ball that you just kind of keep moving around. So I know it's hot enough, and I'm going to pull that pin out. We try to let it cool down a little bit because sometimes if it gets super hot, it'll end up flowing out, which doesn't happen a whole lot. When I used to use pewter as my main metal, that would flow out a lot because pewter has a much lower melting point. I think this is more around like 2000 degrees that this melts at, so it should be good now. So I'm going to stop it here because I have my gloves on. I try to time it just right and just try to hit the counterbalance. I pull this off, you can see that it's kind of this pretty orange red, and now we're going to put this in a thing of water. Okay, so this is my bucket of water. I'm going to stick this inside of it. I'm going to get a better hold on this. I'm going to stick it in. This breaks the mold apart, so you want to do this when it's nice and hot. Okay, so that should be good. My ring's sitting right in there. I'm just going to drop this in there. Take my glove off. The first casting, the water is not real hot. After like 3 or 4, they get pretty toasty. So there's the flask. And right inside here are our rings. So you can see, I can break this apart just a little bit. There's your 2 separate sprues. You know, that's just some plaster between them. They are separate. This is where hopefully you know whose ring is whose kind of thing, but I don't see any problems with it. This is what it looks like. I'm going to cast the rest of the rings, and then we'll go over a demonstration on how to get these polished up. So good luck on that. Actually, I'm going to be doing all the work, so you wish me good luck. And hopefully I don't have anybody that messed up. So there you go. Talk to you later.